It's regarding your comment regarding Disney Plus and Canadians, in some instances, calling that out of touch um, uh, with Canadians in general. And I was wondering if you could comment on that.
Of course. Look, I think I want to start by really recognizing that I am a very privileged person, for sure. Like other elected federal leaders, I am paid a really significant salary, and I know that that puts me in a really, really privileged position. And I really recognize that it is not people like me, people who have my really good fortune, who are struggling the most in Canada today. The people who are struggling in Canada today with today's high prices aren't people like me. They're not federally elected politicians. They are people across the country who earn a low income, who really do find that today's high prices mean they have to make difficult choices about what food to buy, about whether to buy groceries or pull together the money to pay the rent. So I 100% recognize that. And in fact, it is that recognition which shaped so much of the fall economic statement, which shaped our decision to focus government resources on helping the most vulnerable, which drove our decision to double the GST tax credit that goes to the 11 million most vulnerable households in Canada. And those checks started to arrive on Friday. That's really important. It is that recognition that the people in Canada who are struggling, for whom inflation really is a direct personal challenge, are people like the low-income workers who earn the Canada Worker Benefit, who will be getting the Canada Worker Benefit. And that's why we have taken the decision to pay that Canada Worker Benefit in advance so people don't have to wait to get that support. And then finally, a group which is struggling is our young people. And that is why we've taken the decision to eliminate permanently the federal interest on Canada Student and Canada Apprentice loans.